Okay.
Nice.
Hi everyone. Hi everyone. This is Oluwatosin from this is Oluwatosin from Africa Communicate. Today we are here once again to playtest some of the games created during Global Game Jam 2021 across Africa, where we had over 100 games created across 19 Game Jam sites in 15 different countries across Africa. So with me here is Dennis from the Zambian Game Jam site. So hi Dennis, would you like to introduce yourself to everyone?
I guess so. Yeah. Hi everyone. My name is Dennis. I am the CEO of Nero Otaku, and we hosted the Zambian um, Global Game Jam jam sites this year. Yeah.
Okay, it's good to hear from you. So, would you like to tell us how was the game jam experience like this year, considering the fact that it was online?
It was different. It was quite different. It honestly went better than I expected. We got about the same amount of people as last year when it was physical. Um, the organizing of it was harder, like getting people, I guess, communicating was harder, or getting stuff done was a bit harder. I, for one, had to learn how to use GitHub, and
Hmm.
I'm not very tech savvy, so that was a bit of a process for me. It was a
Hmm.
learning experience. But overall, at the end, I think I learned more this year than any other game jam. Maybe because I just really wanted to like make sure it went well. I guess. Yeah, it was good. I think people enjoyed it. People learned a lot. People had fun. People made stuff. Yeah.
That's really nice to hear, considering the fact that it was online. Like, there had to be a lot of collaboration across board, and it was just so funny, I would say, because a lot of people are used to like coming down to like physical location and. Everybody's getting to network with each other, but the fact that it was online means you'd have to meet new people. All of you would have to be like online and having calls and video calls, video chats, and the likes. So it's quite interesting to see how it turned out. And the fact that we had so many games created this year is really, really fun, I would say. So I would like to ask again, how is the game development space in Zambia?
Um, it's not a topic that I'm too like conversant on. I'm not exactly an expert in the field,
Okay.
but I do know that it's very much in its infancy.
Mm-hmm.
Or it's growing, I guess. We have a lot of well, not a lot. We have some game devs who are putting out games. Most of them are young, younger than
Okay.
30. So it is very much a brand new thing. I wouldn't say there's an industry per se. I don't think that exists yet. But there are some games that are made for mobile, some for PC, that are coming out and have come out that people can try. The game jams help some of uh, the other international game jams that these guys participate in get to showcase what they can do creatively, and some of the game making seminars that other organizations hold also, I guess, teach and give a platform to these game makers to showcase their talents, I guess.
That's really fine. I think it's the same across a majority of the countries in Africa, where the games industry is still trying to like find its strong foot and try
Mm-hmm.
to create more games and have much more impact. So yes, let's start diving deep into the games that were built at your jam site. Um,
Yeah.
First things first, we'll be starting with a game called Lost in the Maze.
Okay. I
Lost in
actually
the
never
Maze.
got a chance to play this one.
Seriously?
So this is yeah, no, I didn't. I
Wow.
was um I was knee deep in Kifaro.
Oh,
Um,
okay. You
so
were part of
so
the team that built Kifar.
yes,
Oh,
so
okay.
very much a
Hmm.
it was a hectic time.
I can
Yeah.
imagine. So, before that, I would like to ask one more question. How was the development process like? I know we've talked about collaboration and all, but how did you guys get to do it? You said something about getting to learn how to use GitHub during this
Mhm.
process. Like, how was the process like? How did you guys divide yourselves into team? What was the development process like during the game jam? Because it was for 4 days, if I'm correct.
Yes.
Hmm.
So I guess the team division stuff is the one aspect which I can say I wish was better. I learned a lot as an organizer in that one. I think we could have done. I think I could have done a better job there.
Mm-hmm.
We tried many different ways to get people to sign up early so that we could divide them in teams based on their roles. But because it started on Wednesday, it was Wednesday, right? I think it was Wednesday.
Yeah, I think it
Because it
was
started
Wednesday.
on Wednesday, people were busy. So, like imagine you come from work and then it's like 17, 18, maybe you have to like rest and then start preparing dinner. Most people didn't have the time to like group up and
Hmm.
organize. So the only time when everyone was like fully available was like Friday evening and like Saturday morning. And by then development would have already gone far. And
Hmm.
I didn't want to have a situation where people only have 2 days online to make something because it was going to be pretty impossible. So in the first day, we started making over, I guess, in the process of idealizing Kifaro. And
Okay.
then we said if anyone wants to join that group, they can. If someone wants to make something different, they can. What ended up happening was most people just ended up being part of the Kifaro team. So that's kind of how that worked out.
Hmm.
And the development went pretty well, to be honest. Like we used Discord. We have a Discord
Mm-hmm.
uh, server, and we communicated using that. We were sharing assets. You can do that on Discord. You can share like pictures. You can share small files. You can zip them. Like I said, we use GitHub. Um, we shared audio files. We had few meetings on Discord, and we even like I think live streamed. We had like daily briefs. I think we live streamed two of them. Thereafter, you can see the process. It's very interesting seeing the process from like ideation to the final product. Yeah, that's pretty much how it went.
That's quite interesting, I would say. So, I would say, let's get started. Okay, before we move ahead to the lost ship, if I'm correct, let's start with Kifaru. Did I get that correctly?
Yes.
Did I get that correctly?
Yes, yes, yes.
Kifaru. Hmm. Okay, so tell me, what was the inspiration behind Kifaru before we get started? What was the inspiration behind it?
So, if I recall correctly,
Mm-hmm.
um, we so I was a programmer on this, so I didn't have much say in like the story or the general premise. I was very much interested in the game mechanics stuff, so my memory might be biased towards that.
Okay.
But if I recall correctly, Kifaru was about a young warrior, I think, trying to find trying to find something. I can't remember what she was trying to find.
Okay.
She was trying to find something, and I guess they, in the process of coming up with the story and other stuff, we ended up having the protagonist to be like a young female rhino uh, in the in the in the like in the savannah, like looking for I think it was some sort of elixir or something. That's kind of how we came up with the character.
Okay. That's
Yeah.
that's quite interesting, I would say. That's quite interesting. There's depth to it, and let's get started with Kifaru.
Okay.
So,
So,
yeah,
so
Kifaru.
you're running the each IO.
Yeah, I realized it's a
Okay.
web-based game, right?
Yes.
Okay. So, let's see what Kifaru has for us. So it was built with Construct 3. That's quite interesting.
Yes. Yeah, it was built with Construct 3.
I've played with Construct too once in a while.
Okay.
So
Yeah, yeah. I was fairly competent with
two.
Construct um, 2, so that's
Okay.
kind of why we picked Construct 3.
Hmm.
So
That's quite interesting. So let's see how it goes. Okay, Kifaru Wavita.
okay, so are you
So
sharing your screen or? Because I want to follow along.
oh okay.
How like
You can check it via YouTube. Okay, okay. So let me just get started on it. Let me see. So it says a volcano erupted near our village. It left nothing but sorry, a barren land. The air was filled with ash so thick it covered the land like a solemn cloud. The volcano eruption burned down all our houses and also burned down all our food and vegetation. With it, our long-standing Aphomsia heritage plant, which was burnt. The plan brought balance between good and evil within the village. The burning of the plant would also mean the awake of Inyami Nyami. Did I get that correctly? Nyami Nyami, the bringer
yes.
of evil. All right then. So I was the daughter of the village chief who was in charge of figuring out what to do. In their secret quarters, they spoke. I know I shouldn't, but I eavesdropped. We don't have much food left, and in a week, all of us would starve. Hunger may not even kill us first if Inyami Inyami awakens. So much for who Inyami Inyami is. Uh, what are we going to do? My mother said to my father, we must go and see the oracle at once. She will have the solution for us, my father said. The oracle, that woman will certainly send one of you on a dangerous expedition. My mom said with a desperation in her voice, I would lay down my life for my people. You know that, argued father. I knew I shouldn't have eavesdropped, but I really wanted to find out what's going to happen. So as both my mom, dad, and the elders of the village went off, I followed them. As they approached the oracle, I hid behind a near bush. And what happened? Go out into the wilderness and seek for Afromsia seed. Did I get that correctly? Afromsia.
Yes.
Okay. So the seed you seek is a powerful banishment tree formed by our ancestors, and it is not an easy one to retrieve as we have lost the ways of salvaging it. You will need to find it before all hell breaks loose and Inyami awakens and completely destroys us all, the oracle said. So Inyami is really the bad guy here. Who shall be the warrior, dear oracle? Choose among one of the elders and we will go and risk our lives for this purpose, father said. The oracle shook her head gently and pointed through the crowd to where I was hiding. Oh my goodness, have I been figured out? The purest of hearts, the youngest of souls, the sweetest of natures is the only person who can find what will save the village. How could I put my daughter in such a situation? She would be in danger and could die, father protested. I quickly stood up for myself. I would do it if it means saving my people. I will do it. So the oracle told me a riddle. In the darkest of places, you shall find the light to save us all. This feels like I'm already immersed in the story without having started to play the game yet. The story is
Yeah,
quite
the writer is
compelling
really
and
good.
immersive. Yes, quite compelling and immersive, I must say. So yes, the beautiful one. So I'm trying to see what we have to do here. Okay, okay, okay. So let's see
Oh
what we
yeah, you're in the
have to
game
do.
now.
Yes, I'm in the game now, and
Okay, okay, yeah. So I think you use the yeah WASD to move.
yeah, I can
Yeah.
see
So
that already.
initially we had a health bar and
Okay,
we had a um, an attack animation, which I couldn't figure out how to get the attack animation to work. So we did manage to put that in, and we managed to get the health bar to work in the prototype. But
okay,
when we uh, tried to port it to the full game, it didn't really like pan out.
Okay.
Quite so yeah. So I was just so happy that we managed to at least get the
Get
um,
something working.
yeah, yeah.
Hmm. This is
Like I've
nice to
noticed
see.
I really like the work that the artists did, like with the animation of the character facing the different directions. The music I thought was very good, very well done. The sound
Yeah, the music
effects,
actually sounds really, really nice, I would say.
yeah,
I
yeah.
think
The
I think I'm stuck here. I think I'm stuck. Oh my word. I think I'm stuck. Okay, we're out. We're out. Okay. So
yeah, that's another interesting thing is
the all art was created from scratch. Am I correct?
uh, most of it. So a
Wow.
few pieces were taken from online repository. Like there's a um, I have to ask him hard as where he got it from. So there's like a he pays for like art assets where there's like
Okay.
maybe like the trees. The monkey I think was taken from somewhere, but everything else I believe was drawn.
Created from scratch. Wow.
Yeah, yeah.
Wow. That's so much work.
It is. It was a lot of work. It really was a lot of work.
Wow.
And if we had more time, I think we could have added more stuff. Like we could have added more enemies. We could have added more characters that you interact with.
Hmm.
We could have added like a mini map or something like that. Yeah, we
Yeah.
just I guess needed more time. But it was a really good learning experience for I think everyone on board. Um, I think if we were to do it again, we would do it faster, we would do it more efficiently.
More efficiently. Hmm.
Yeah.
That's
And I
very
think
true. But it's
if we
still
were in
cool.
person, it would help a lot.
It really
Yeah.
is. It really is still
So I think
very, very cool.
if you go all the way to the bottom, like try and find your way all the way down to the bottom, we
Okay.
managed to make us two other levels or sections, I guess. So you can go in between the levels is how we made
Okay.
it.
Hmm.
Um, that in itself was a was a whole thing. And the funny thing is, I'm very curious to see if it will work for you. The funny thing is, when we were playtesting it in the final day, it
Okay.
it, it couldn't. The character couldn't move between levels. Like like the the gating, like
Okay.
when the character touches a certain area, right? It's supposed to take them to another level. It
Okay.
wasn't working. And then when we were playtesting it live, it somehow worked, and I
Worked.
don't know what changed. I don't know what happened. I was just like, okay, cool, I guess.
Okay, so I'm trying to go down here, like you said, to the bottom.
Yeah,
Hmm.
I'm watching on the YouTube thing, and I've seen you found the cave.
Okay, so this is meant to be the cave. Okay.
Yeah,
Whoa. I finally found the cave. So what happens
I,
next?
I'm a bit behind, so I'm not sure if the character works or like if you can still see the character. That's where
Okay.
our game kind of like breaks a bit. Yeah.
Uh, okay.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. So like I think yeah, yeah, I've got yeah. So yeah, that's where the game breaks a bit.
Breaks. But
Yeah.
it's
I
good. It's
think
good. It's good to see it. It's at least it's
yeah.
good. It's good to see this. It really is.
Yeah.
I would say it's really good to see this. It's really good to see this. Like we have so much.
Volcano.
What did you say?
I said you're seeing the. I've noticed that you're seeing the volcano scene.
Oh, okay, 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 okay. It's really nice to see. I would say it's really, really nice to see. Really, really nice to see. I would say again. Now, I think we'll be moving on to the next game, which would be Lost in the Maze. I'm trying to open it up here
Okay.
and
I'm very
see.
curious to kind of.
Okay. So what that comes up, would you just like to I would say give us a little bit of background to the Lost in the Maze game?
So the funny thing is with this one, we had no direct communication with Kacha. I think, like, if you check on the team,
Okay.
they worked alone. So we tried reaching out multiple times, but maybe we just didn't. Maybe we missed each other or something. So with this one, I honestly
Hmm.
have no
Clue, right?
info. Yeah, I guess this is one of the drawbacks of being online.
Being online,
Um,
yeah, yeah,
yeah,
that's very true. That's
but
one of the
but
drawbacks of being online.
we did try our best to collaborate as much as
As much as
possible.
possible. That's one of the that's one of the perks that comes with being online. You don't get to see what everyone is working on because it can be
Mm.
really, really stressful to collaborate, especially when there are so many people working on a particular game. Then it becomes so difficult to like keep track of each and every one.
Yeah, very true.
Hmm, interesting.
Does it have a online link or
Yeah, that's what I'm trying out actually.
okay?
That's what I'm trying out actually. Let me just get it set up and would be kicking in and playing. Okay. Sorry. Okay. I'm trying to get it right.
So did you guys also like did you also participate in making a game as well?
It was quite difficult participating in game jam. Yeah, I was able to join some teams, but I really did not do something of my own. But I was able to join some teams by just trying to help them
Okay.
out, like giving advice. And I tried introducing people to using Buildbox for game jams because
Okay.
Buildbox is quite interesting to use based on the fact that it is a um, quick prototyping tool and it's no code, so it's much more easier to work with when you are building games with
Okay.
Buildbox because you don't necessarily have to like write codes and all. So it makes it easier for people who are on the artistic side to create games actually. So yeah,
Mm-hmm.
so that's most of what I did though.
Okay. And how many teams were on your
Um,
site?
at the Inter Africa Lagos Game Jam site, they had about four, 5 people on the team. I believe more. I can't really give a number, but they had around that range. And it was really nice to see because we had one other game jam site here in Nigeria as well.
Okay.
Okay, so for some reason this guy isn't coming up. Guy isn't coming up. Okay, the game is an APK. Oh, it's not a Windows game. No wonder.
Oh, it's a
No wonder. Yeah,
mobile
it's
game.
mobile. It's mobile. So I'm trying to run it here on BlueStacks and see if it will come up. Hmm. But it's not still coming up. Hmm.
Yeah, and the cool thing about Construct 3 during the game jam is that they gave us full access to like all the to the entire package for the duration of the game jam,
Okay,
so we could do whatever we wanted during the game jam. So that was really cool. I hope they do that
that's
next
really
year as well.
nice.
So it's what allowed us to like have multiple levels and so much artwork and music and all that stuff. Because
That's really
Construct
cool.
3, the free version has like limits
Oh,
on what they call events. So the
okay.
events are like, how can I describe events? I'm a technical person. I don't want to mess it up. Events are like the different things you can do in a game.
Yeah.
So
Okay, events.
yeah,
Hmm.
yeah. So the free version has a limit on events. So you can only like make your game so big, or you can only do so much. But
Okay.
with unlimited events, you can do as much as possible.
As much as possible. I fully understand.
Yeah.
That makes a lot of sense. So, for Lost in the Maze, we might have to like just drop a link for people who want to test it out on mobile. Although
Mm.
I have a little, let me see, a little recording of the game I could actually play for us and just allow us see
Okay.
what it
Yeah,
looks
I'd like to
like.
see that.
Um, Let me get that up for us. Hmm. Okay. So,
Mm-hmm.
we have that now. Let me see. Okay. Yeah, we have they are currently playing.
Okay.
Okay,
My
so
screen is a bit behind, so I'm just waiting to see it.
yeah. So it's more about finding something to using a maze. So that's what it's basically about too.
Okay. I see.
Even the bad things get lost in the dark, things that should never be found. Interesting. Hmm. So lost in the maze. So many secrets are lost in the dark and can only be found in the light. Looks like a really cool game actually, I would say. So
Yeah, it does.
let
I'm
me
looking at it
try
now
to
and I'm intrigued.
pin the link to the game in the chat. So can you see it now?
Yes, I can. I'm seeing it. So
Yeah,
this is the promotional video, right?
exactly. So this is more like a recorded gameplay of how it actually looks like, which is quite cool, I would say.
It is. Very nice. I'll definitely try
Yeah,
it out.
same here. Good. All right then. So moving on to what would be our last game for today would have to be the Lost Ship. The Lost Ship. Sounds like a really cool game, I would say.
Mm-hmm.
The Lost Ship it is. So this one is from the Ethiopian Jam site. So it looks really cool too. From what I've seen so far, it really does look cool. Hmm. Let me see. Give me a sec. Hmm. Okay. Let me delete this. Okay, so let's go ahead with the lost ship.
Mhm.
So it has the credit section here. Okay, we have Kirubel. Kirubel was supposed to join us today, but unfortunately he couldn't join us. And we have Dagmari. Shout out to Friada Mabebe, Selam, Iyasu, Tamrad, and Bedilu. So let's just try it out. Okay, I'm trying to see. Okay, I don't think they did make that functionality work. But in the meantime, let me try to get that running again. Mhm.
So what was the premise of this game?
The lost ship. So it's the lost ship. So let's get back to it. So let's play. Hmm. So instructions says we should use the up, down, left, right to call ships to move. The lost ship only react to the calls. The wrong ship reacts to some of the calls. Click to destroy the wrong ships. Hmm. Okay.
So it's 3D. Yeah? Looks like Unity, I guess.
Hmm. Yeah. I got I got that on the first try. That was nice. I really got that on the first try. I think this should be use the Q and E to rotate horizontally. Okay. So I think this should be the wrong shape. And okay. So next level. Oh, this is quite interesting. We have so
You
many
can
ships here.
rotate the whole
Yeah,
world.
you can rotate
Yes.
it. That's quite interesting. So most of these guys are rotating. Hmm. Ah, level failed. Although I did try. I did try. I did really try.
So what
So,
exactly are you supposed to do here? You're
so
supposed to
what?
move the
Yeah,
ship to a certain
you try
location.
to direct the ships and the ship, sorry, and the one that doesn't move is meant to be a fake ship, basically. So you're meant to like find them
Okay.
out. You're meant to like find them out, which is quite cool, I would say. So those were the games we were able to test today. So it was really
Mhm.
fun having you here and testing out some of these games, and it's really interesting to see that we have some of these games built here. I would say thank you very much. So is there anything you'd like to just drop for us before we leave?
I'll just like to, I guess, thank everyone who participated in the Game Jam this year. I hope that they learned something or had fun. They told me they had fun when I asked them. I hope they turned out to be nice. Um,
Okay.
I like to thank, I guess, our sponsors, which was Lucas Telecom Zambia. They've changed their name to Liquid
Telecom.
Intelligence
So it's really nice. It really, really is nice. So
something. Yeah. So
thank you very much,
yeah.
Dennis, for staying with us. Thank you very much for everyone that watched. There was the link to the game was dropped in the chat. So
Mm.
see you guys next week where we'll be testing out some other games created